Uncle C, back in the office, and in today's video I'm going to be discussing the rational secrets of Stoicism and exactly how I can give you real life experience mixed with specific mindset patterns and beliefs to truly make the most out of your life so that way you can A, maximize your success, B, decrease your stress and anxiety, and C, know that you're actually on the right path with the right vision, mission, and principles. Let's dive in. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my name is Casey Zander. I'm the founder of Headman. I'm here to revitalize masculinity and help make men full stack. So, in order to dive into this topic fully today, what I want to discuss first and foremost with the word Stoicism in general is we have to bring it back to the exact definition. Okay, black and white, like on paper, how is it written? So the definition of Stoicism is to endure pain without complaint. Now, I really like this because the fact of the matter is when you're living, I think a lot of us will try to virtually deflect any sort of pain, or we try to set our life up so that way nothing can hurt us, okay? And that might be the people that we're interacting with, the companions that we're dating, this might be the decisions we make in business or with career, but here's the fact. No matter how well prepared you are at anything, you will suffer in life and go through hard times regardless of how well prepared you are. You can take every proper precaution and accidents will happen and bad things will consistently happen. So the fact, when you come to terms with this and when you grasp this in life, is your ability to endure this pain and just accept it as is without complaint or without feeling like a victim or that you're undergoing some sort of hardship. When you accept things as they just are, you're going to be able to move forwards much faster. Okay? Well, most people let their emotions take over, and oftentimes they feel as if they're not calibrated. They feel as if they're thrown off their center, right? They're feeling as if they can't think correctly. You're able to stay an exact path because you understand that this is just part of life and this will pass. So I will consistently tell myself that all the time when I'm working or any time I have hardship. I just tell myself this will pass. In a week, this won't matter. In a month, this won't matter. In a year, I won't even remember that this happened. That is one of the benefits to understanding this principle. So some of the ways you're going to notice this is like, for example, with dating. So every single person wants some sort of companion, whether they admit it or not. And the fact is that every single person, no matter how Chad-like, no matter how full stack, no matter how alpha, you will be tested in some way, shape, or form. It's inevitable. Okay, Superman or Batman himself will be tested. Because of that, if you look at it as the game is unfair or the game is rigged, you're not doing yourself any justice because this just is. Like, you will be tested. Okay? Same thing with business. One of the things I notice about so many people, a lot of people over the years, they've told me that they want to be an entrepreneur. And I've heard this time and time again. I've heard this from friends. I've heard this from, family. I've heard this from guys on the internet. And like the amount of thin skin that people have in business is absolutely mind-boggling to me. Like, for example, so many guys, they talk about purpose. Okay, and they talk about how amazing it would be to monetize this purpose, right, and start making some money off of it. But the fact is, like any slight of resistance, the first slight of resistance or the first sign of resistance, they automatically give up and crumble. Like, you have to understand how drastic this is. If you're going to make something that you hope people buy and they're willing to transact money with because they genuinely want it, it's going to have to be good. Okay, and anything good takes time. It really amazes me how many people will just fold after 6 months of trying. They're like, oh my God, I've been working on this for months. I didn't see anything of it. It's like, dude, welcome to the game. Yeah, I've been at this road now for 8 years. 8 years. And the first 6.5 to 7 years, I would say I thought every day I'd wake up and go, there's nothing that I'll do that will ever pay off. The amount of self-doubt that would creep into my head. And it's because it should be like that. You have to go through the dirt. You have to go through the dirt to see the other side. You have to go through the tunnel to find the light at the end of it. And that's just the belief sets. Like, when you accept the fact that life's hard, you can finally make yourself what you need to be to endure the pain to go through it. Next, tests of your faith. Okay? I know a lot of you are spiritual, some of you are religious, some of you believe in, you have strong faith. Your faith at all times will be tested. Okay, and how you feel, okay, this is going to mislead you if you let it. Okay, you're going to feel, let's say, aroused. You're going to feel like you should do something. You're going to feel like you should go out and party and just get wasted. You're going to feel like you should do all these things. And the more you let those feelings take over, the quicker you're not going to have any sense of control. I genuinely need you to understand this. Anything that has to do with pleasure, right, or intense pleasure, like a huge shot of dopamine, will oftentimes hold you back because you have gave in to those feelings. So let's keep going deeper with this topic, shall we? The motto that I live my life by is that success doesn't care about how you feel. It just doesn't. Like it's very binary, black and white, yes or no. Success doesn't care about how you feel. What matters is that you're still able to take how you feel, not give in to those feelings, and still progress on your mission, vision, principles, purpose anyways. So feelings can mislead you and oftentimes lead to shortcomings. There was times in my entrepreneurial journey where I have wanted to give up, like literally every single day, where I think that like I'm way in over my head. I want to give up. But if I listened to those feelings, what would happen is there would just be shortcomings. The other thing I find it funny too is like people will oftentimes idolize other people because they think that they have some sort of juice that the other person doesn't have. And this could not be further from the truth. Like people, I know as this channel even rises, people look at me like I got some sort of magic potion or juice. And it's like, it doesn't work like that, okay? The people who you look up to, they're made of bones, flesh and blood, just like anybody else. The only difference is the sense of belief. So belief is the most powerful tool because if you keep going through those hard times, you will see light at the end of the tunnel. So some people it takes a month, some people it takes a year, some people it takes 10 years. You have to just keep going. And guess what? If you keep going, you never actually fail. Now, when you adapt these principles, you're going to start to see the fruits of your labor start to pay off. And what I can tell you is that rational and calculated thought leads to power and control of your own life. Read that one more time. Rational and calculated thought. That's something that isn't talked about nearly enough. Rational and calculated. Seeing things as is. Seeing things for what they are. Okay? Believing that things are what they are when the facts are actually presented to you. Oftentimes people will get facts presented to them. They choose to ignore it because the facts give them some sort of feeling that may provoke a negative emotion. However, if you remember back, you will suffer in life and go through hard times regardless. Negative emotions are part of life. They just are. They exist. That's how it is. So one of the things that's helped me through my life is doing things completely opposite of what most people do. Okay? What you're going to hear even from a lot of influences is you're going to hear all about the hustle and all about the grind. Don't think just do action. Don't think take massive action. It's complete BS. In fact, when I lived my life like that, I'm going to tell you I was more stressed, had more anxiety, and had less results than ever. I want you to think slowly, okay? Because you're not in a rush. I think that there's this sense that a lot of people live in where we're constantly in a rush. It's like where I'm in a rush to make this decision because I have to. I'm in a rush to do this because tomorrow's going to be Monday. Like that rush is going to lead you to feel misled. It's going to actually lead you, maybe even potentially like your hormones in your head and everything. You're going to actually start to raise your cortisol levels. You're going to start to feel stressed. Okay? Think slowly so it's less of impulse. When I started to do this and I started to make decisions far slower, I started to think about how this is going to affect myself, how this is going to affect people around me, how this is going to affect my reputation, other people's potential reputation. When I actually looked at the bigger whole, yes, delaying that decision might have taken me an extra day or two. However, the consequences were all of a sudden removed and I now had leverage in making a decision that was far wiser. Something that's not talked about. Something that's not talked about at all. So, the motto I also live by is if everybody's doing it, run. Okay? You are going to be misled by trends, business, apps, social media. Like, I'll give you tons of examples. 2014, 2015, everybody was screaming about Facebook ads, Shopify. Okay, then it was Amazon FBA. And then, 2017, 2018, 2019, it's like it's crypto. And now it's NFTs. Like, you're going to constantly be led by the next shiny object. Shiny object over here, shiny object over here, shiny object over here. You're going to try to switch paths and think that, oh, I got to do this next trend and this next thing. You don't. It's all BS. Everybody is competing for the same thing, which is ultimately that buck, that dollar. And if you can ignore that and you can consistently add value to you, like value to the knowledge, value to the information that's presented to you, value in actually sharpening your skills, knowing your edge of competency and staying within that competency and maximizing it, that's where you're going to find the most rewards in life. Not to mention, it's more so about lowering the stress and anxiety so that way the fruits of your labor do come into existence because you stayed within that competency. You will constantly be pulled in 10 different directions. You're going to be pulled by social media, apps, billboards. Ignore it. Ignore it and stay focused within your center. So what I can tell you is if everybody is headed in a specific direction, it's oftentimes the wrong direction, and you have to just be okay with being different. You're going to be judged for not following trends. You're going to be judged for not doing things how most people do it, and you know what? That's okay, because there's power in that. And if you truly are abiding by these rules of Stoicism, if you will, you're going to have much more groundedness in your speech and more secure. And you can even probably notice my demeanor has changed over the months and over the years with this channel. If you like this video, I'd like you to check out all of the coaching links below. The very first coaching link I want you to hop into is the MBT webinar. MBT is shot brand new for 2022, okay? It's one of my best presentations I've ever put together, and it's going to show you A through Z how people are using MBT, masculine behavioral techniques, to not only attract but actually keep the quality of companion that they've always wanted. You're going to see hundreds of guys just like you. That's number one. Number two, if you're interested in working one-to-one with me, go down below and book a call with my brother Cole for the men's full stack 1%er program. Subscribe to the Headman Nation newsletter. Check out all the links down below. Hit the like button, guys, comment and subscribe what you want to see next on this channel, and we will see you in the next one.